Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, January the 12th. We have another nice NBA slate today. We're looking at the Prizepicks plays. Yesterday's props did do well. We went 4-1. If you took Sengun's points, rebounds, and assists instead of just points and rebounds, then he went 5-0. So he had a triple-double with 30 PRA. He just had 20 points and rebounds. Fell a little short if he took that. But Buddy Hield went nuclear in the second half. He put up 39 points and rebounds. Sabonis had 25. CJ continues to just crush without Ingram and Zion. He put up 38. Easy over there. Easy over also on Keegan Murray's points and rebounds and assists. He was at 17. He put up, I believe, 26. So those all hit. Only one that was a bit disappointing was definitely Sengun if he took his points and rebounds. But ultimately, once Miles Turner got ruled out, a 4-1 would still be a 2x there. So he still made money if he ran with all the props. So I got 6 more today I want to share with you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it if the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get started. So first prop we are looking at is going to the Lakers game and taking LeBron James over 31.5 points. He's done great for the Lakers this year. The Lakers are firmly in the playoff push in the West. There's a ton of teams vying for a playoff seeding. It's still pretty early in the season, but there's only 6 teams above 500 in the West. You have very few games separating like the 6th seed to the 12th seed, basically. Lakers just half a game out of like a play-in situation. LeBron's going up against Luka here in this matchup. They just faced off on Christmas Day, and LeBron was one of the only Lakers players that showed up in that game. Lakers were in it, and then the Mavs could not miss in the third quarter. If you remember, they blew them out. They put up 50-plus in the third quarter, I believe. And LeBron played 34 minutes, which is a few less than what he typically will play in close games, but he still gave you 38 points scored against the Mavs. And the Lakers, they're playing better right now. Westbrook's playing some of his best basketball this season, so I'm not expecting it to be a blowout. Expecting it to be a high-scoring game, and so definitely like LeBron James over 31.5 points. Definitely can go on the other side and take Luka over 34.5 if you wanted to as well. Both guys are probably going to go back and forth trying to show off to each other what they can still do. Next prop we're going over to is points, rebounds, and assists, and I'm going back to Melo Ball here at 37.5. He came through last game. It's the same exact matchup here. He put up 42 against the Raptors, and without Kelly Oubre, there's just more scoring to be had for these other guys. Ball's playing still his usual minutes. He's not really taking. You wouldn't expect him to take a few minutes without Oubre's playing his normal like 38 plus in close games. It's just been some of the other starters are playing more, like Washington and Plumlee. And Plumlee stays at the basket pretty much. Ball can get easy assists to him, some lobs to Washington also, and Washington shoots a lot of threes. So played 38 minutes last game. He missed only 23 PRA against the Pacers because he only played 24 minutes. But in games that he's playing, it's typical. 35 plus. He's hitting it. He had 35 minutes against the Bucks and the Grizzlies, where he gave you 39 PRA. And then against the Lakers, he played 37, just missed by 1. Assuming his number was similar here. But he's been pretty good with the scoring. The assists are usually always there every night. 14 assists last game. He's had 12 and 12 against the Bucks and the Grizzlies. The rebounding has been down a little bit, but that can still pick up at any time. And against Toronto, the matchup is good. Their Raptors have been struggling a lot. Expected to be a close game, so I'm expecting Ball to get his full minutes. Another guy that's been playing well for them has been Terry Rozier. He's starting to really shoot well, so I definitely like him at 30.5 points and PRA. If we take a look at his points and assists, see if it's a little better number. It's points and assists for Rozier. It's at 26.5, so you would need like 5 rebounds for him instead. Taking the points and assists for Rozier, he does a good job of chipping in all kind of categories, points, rebounds, and assists as of late, especially now that he's kind of found his groove. And early on, he was struggling with his shot, but he's had over 30 points scored in 2 out of the last 3 games. He's given you 4+ assists in 5 straight games, so that will definitely help. And expect him to be kind of a steady 20-point scorer for them every single night, especially without Oubre. There's going to be some games where he slips up, but he's typically been that kind of scorer, and I expect him to be that until they kind of get some help. And unless those games, he's going to have some struggles like everybody if he has a bad shooting night, but in a good matchup like this, expecting him to come through at 27. Need 27 points and assists. Going back over to points, rebounds, and assists, we are taking Christian Wood here at 31.5. Love this number for him. He's been great for the Mavs this year. A nice pickup last game. No, tough one. Expect to bounce back here against the Lakers. He did do well against them early on in Christmas Day, where he had over 20 points scored. I'll pull up the exact game log. So Christmas Day actually gave you 30 points scored, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Then other games, that was his only game this year against the Lakers. Other games are when he was with the Rockets, but he still has played well against them. 22, 6, and 3 when he was with Houston. That was back the end or a little after Christmas on 2021. And then 26, 16, 3, 16, 13, and 2. So whether he's with the Mavs or the Rockets, he's given you at least 32 points, rebounds, and assists in 2 out of his last 3 games against the Lakers, and he's gotten close the other 2 times. Just missed it by 1 on the other 2 spots. So I'm liking Christian Wood here. The matchup is solid. The Lakers without Davis, there's definitely a little bit of a gap in the front court. Bryant's doing his best, but he can only do so much down there, and they're still going to need somebody else to help with the rebounding. So Wood should be able to crash the glass today. And if Bryant does happen to get in foul trouble or anything like that, he should be able to eat against Gabriel or whoever the Lakers decide to put in to try to slow down Christian Wood and some of these Mavs guys. Another prop that's been hitting nicely has been Mason Plumlee. He's been pretty much a staple of over 30-plus minutes in close games. And the matchup here against the Lakers, against Thomas Bryant, it's a fine one. I'm not worried about it at all. He played really well against them. They've played the beginning of January. He put up 36 points, rebounds, and assists. He's just been playing over 30 minutes. He's a great rebounder. He gets most of his shots right at the basket anyway, so he's going to be pretty much always going to be a high percentage field goal shooter. The assist sometimes will be there. I mean, he had a 6-assist game against the Bucks. He typically will give you at least 2 plus, sometimes 1. But so if you look at his points, rebounds, and assists, it's at 25.5. If we look at his points and rebounds, that number is at 22.5. So at 25.5, you need 4 plus assists out of him, which is definitely doable. But I feel probably a little better about just the points and rebounds for a guy that's been a double-double machine in a vast majority of the recent games. At least the rebounding has been there now that he's playing 30-plus minutes, and the scoring has been there. 2 double-doubles in 2 out of his last 3 games, and had a 13-rebound game and a 15-rebound game recently. So that is the 5th prop we are looking at. And then the final prop, we're going back over to points, rebounds, and assists. Basically, the Lakers-Mavs game. And this Charlotte-Toronto game are going to be a couple of my favorite ones to target. Expect both games to be pretty close, both games to be very high scoring. They both have high totals. So I'm going on the other side of this Charlotte side and taking over 41.5 points, rebounds, assists on Mr. Pascal Siakam, who's been awesome this year. He missed some time with injuries, but the games that he has played, he typically fills up the stat sheet. We know Nick Nurse throws these guys out there for 40-plus minutes in close games. Last time, 28, 8, and 7 against the Hornets. He's played 30. He only played 35 minutes in that game as well. Typically, he'll play 38 to 40. A few games before that, he missed it. But some tougher matchups there. The Knicks play good defense. The Bucks, they are still good defensively. Portland's no slouch defensively either. This one against Charlotte is just a very favorable spot. If you look at his games against the Hornets, it's been 3 out of the last 4. He's given you a good number, well over 42. Last game, he gave you, at least over 42. He gave you 43 last game, but when he played, a few less minutes than he typically would have played. He missed it the second most recent game. The third most recent game, he gave you 24, 11, and 8. So that'll be another game where he gave you 43 PRA. And then the game before that, he gave you 24, 9, and 12. So that'll be 45 PRA. Just great matchup. They're at home. Expect it to be, like I mentioned, a back-and-forth game. Both teams are going to score. And Siakam's a great job this year of chipping in all categories. So that's what I got today for the Prizepicks plays. Over 31.5 points, LeBron James. Over 37.5 PRA, LaMelo Ball. For 26.5 points and assists, Terry Rozier. Over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists on Christian Wood. Over 22.5 points and rebounds on Mason Plumlee. And over 41.5 points, rebounds, assists on Siakam. Thank you for watching. Best of luck, and I will catch you all next time.